Sorry. I didn't expect it to be that low. I knew it was going to be low. I did not expect it to be that low. It's loading a refresh. I'm seeing if it changes while we're live here, but I wanted to at least capture this moment. So forgive me if I'm not 100% like made up and everything. Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and the most popular on TV right now on Rotten Tomatoes is Batwoman. We're sitting at a whole whopping 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, here we go. I want to show you guys a little peek behind the curtain. Let you guys in on a little bit of marketing magic. So, you guys already know this. You're on this channel because you're smart, but for people who might be new, why is there such a huge difference? Why is this movie marketed the way it's not a movie, it's a TV show. Why is this marketed the way it is? Why the huge discrepancy? Well, what they did was they threw out a bunch of marketing to get people to hate watch the show. It's as plain as simple as that. They attracted a much larger audience than anybody would possibly, get for one of these little shows. People like me watched it. And I never watched this crap. I never watched, because I know it's going to be garbage, but I had to because of the marketing in this movie, or TV show. I keep saying movie. Normally with this Rotten Tomatoes, I'm looking at movies, right? And that's kind of what I'm going to treat this as. I'm probably not going to watch another episode. But what they did was, they threw all of this marketing so they could have a huge opening ratings night, right? A huge opening ratings weekend. And one of the things that they do with ratings, forgive me if like the exact time frame is wrong here, but I know that specifically if you're watching live TV, they're going to count that first, and then they're going to count the streaming within like the next couple of days. So you have a couple of days to watch this for them to get their ratings in. If you're watching it like on demand, on the streaming app, on their website, stuff like that. And then they can calculate how well the show did. But people, when it's something controversial, like Batwoman, and it's only controversial because they're like, oh, she's the first L. She's an alphabet person. She's the first L. This is she's a vegan. She's all of these things. And, they've been drumming up controversy and buzz for this, and they're going to look at that because they did their job with, getting a huge opening night Nielsen rating, basically. And yeah, the Nielsens are still a thing, and TV still goes by Nielsen's, and then the advertisers are going to see that, and they're going to get a lot of money from these poor advertisers who are going to be like, oh, you just show how to all these people watching it, even though nobody liked it, and they're going to throw a lot of money at it until it drops off immediately in like the second or third week. And that's what usually happens with a lot of these shows that are not very good. Let's face it, it's not very good. Is it a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes? Probably not, in my opinion. I would probably sit it around a 30, 35. I think a 35 is fair out of, like 3.5 out of 10 is kind of where I'd stick it. Because it's not great, but it's not terrible. It's not Star Trek Discovery now, is it? Star Trek Discovery kind of deserves something like that, like a 10% splat like that. But here, let's look at some of the reviews here. Oh, a top critic doesn't like it. He C+. Yeah. I don't understand this reference. Producer Greg Berlanti is to comic book superheroes what Donald Trump is to tweeting. They just can't stop themselves. I don't understand that. That just means what? He spams superhero shows or something at us? Probably. Well, you know why? They're popular. They're popular and they get attention and people watch them because people tend to like the genre. They do. The whole show is very, very interested in being diverse, and it's so obvious it's cringeworthy. Well, this is a woman saying it. Yeah, when women are saying that, and women tend to be like the focus for a show like this, especially when you've got a female protagonist. It's heavy in the romance elements and the relationship feelings in hallways is what I think Gary Neurotic has coined. That sort of phrase. That's what these CW shows are. They're feelings. They're a show about relationships and that sort of thing. And then the superhero or action stuff is second. And to be honest, the show being attached to a superhero is kind of my issue with the show. I would much rather sit there and watch a show about a woman who was a failed soldier for whatever reason, because she sucked, not because she got kicked out for being a lesbian. No. I would rather see she either quit or got thrown out for, drinking or something. Give her a little bit more of an interesting story. Make it so that her girlfriend left her for a man and then she got thrown out because she was drinking too much or drugging or something. That would be interesting, because in the show, spoiler, her girlfriend that got her kicked out of the military for being a girlfriend ended up marrying some guy. That little romance element is a lot more interesting to me, but I'm a woman, and that tends to be the type of stuff women are going to gravitate towards, more the emotional, I suppose. Alright, here's another female reviewer. Batwoman is ultimately painful to watch and a struggle to get through, lacking finesse, emotional depth, and a sense of direction. She gave it a 4 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair statement. I would definitely also give it around that. But no, we know that this was marketed the way it was, so it would have a huge opening. I mean, 1,200 audience reviews. You have 1,200 audience reviews here. And was this show deliberately made badly? Or did the producers hire people who cannot write or act? Would people really pay tens of thousands to hire security to watch an old film in the park? Did Sophie marry somebody she could cheat on them with Kate? Is it for the alimony or giggles? Do job sites in the U.S. have huts with beds in them? How do plants locked in offices grow or survive without water? So this is a funny one. I like his review. Oh my god, the show is bad. Unlikable characters with a plot that kills you with boredom. Way better stuff to watch. Skip this one. And yeah, it's a little boring. That's why I don't really want to watch another episode. I mean, they threw so much into this first episode, and the only interesting character is the villain. I like Ruby Rose. She's not that great of an actress in this. She's not doing that great. I like her. I can't help but like her. I like her look. I mean, I think she's and that's why they hired her. They hired her because she has a specific look. She's going to appeal to their LGBT demographic. And of course, to make a video on this, I wear my most SJW shirt I can think of. Even though it's Star Wars, I was planning on making Star Wars videos today too, but this one cropped up. I just had to talk about their score here, and if it drops below, we'll probably point and watch it too. But this is hilarious to me. Is it going to go any lower while I'm sitting here watching it? I don't think so. Probably not. Let's see if we can refresh. Sometimes refreshing will help. Man, I just wanted to get in on this because this is hilarious to me, and it's going to keep falling. But you know what? I don't think this is a fair score. I think a lot of people are watching this who really wouldn't watch it to begin with. And they do this. This is exactly what they did with Captain Marvel. A lot of people would have just skipped that one, but a lot of people went in and watched it to hate watch it. A lot of people went in to watch it to see what the fuss was about. And that's what's going to happen with this one in the next few days. People are going to be like, oh, this is getting terrible reviews. I'll watch it. And it's not that bad. It's not as bad as some of the things I've sat through for this channel, for sure. It's not good, though. It's certainly not worth watching. It's just going to be boring. There's nothing really that over-the-top cringe. It's just so redundant and unnecessary and unneeded. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I am Mecha Random 42, and I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!